Yo, what's up guys? Bajheera here. So what I want to do for this video is give you a quick rundown of my character. We usually do these on stream, but we don't have quite enough time for that. But I wanted to quickly give you a look just based off of yesterday's tree. Tell you a couple changes that I've made. So I've actually finally made the switch to come all the way through here to skip this stuff. I still wanted to grab the armor, still wanted to grab the extra armor here. We also have just kept all of this attack speed stuff, the armor into the extra damage from the shield. I went ahead and grabbed all this two-handed stuff for the strength. I actually was able to unspec the accuracy because I got a new ring that has a bunch of accuracy on it, which puts my attacks still at 100% chance to hit, which is great. So now I still need to upgrade my other ring and my boots and my helmet. And then we'll be pretty, and my amulet probably, and then we'll be pretty much looking good. Although I did craft this shield for myself yesterday, and it's a beefster. It doesn't have as much armor because I haven't cranked it up yet, and it's almost super perfect, except instead of like either percent armor or life, it rolled thorns damage. So it's still pretty good though, because all the suffixes are just resistances. I still would like to have strength for one of those suffixes, but I was able to get some strength on the tree, and this amount of block chance that it gave me actually let me shift around my block stuff a little bit. So I was able to unspec this node, which unfortunately means I lost life on block, but it means I'm able to move points around a little bit and get some other really cool stuff. So primarily what I decided to do was grab these at long last. We grabbed the armor and attack speed on hit. And I'm gonna go try this in a map real quick and see how it feels. And if I feel like I'm a little bit squishy, then what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna unspec these 4 points. I'm gonna put 1 point here, and I'm gonna go into the stun threshold strength, and life, and stun threshold. Because I was doing some added chaos damage maps, and I was getting stunned. I was blocking the hit, but I was still getting stunned by it, and I really don't like that. So I'm gonna go try a map real quick. Probably hit up the savannah. We have Ellie weakness, but because my resistances are capped, like, to 100, we should be okay. I do want to see how much Ellie weakness we actually have, though. We're gonna take a peek at it. But yeah, what I'm curious about is the attack speed. So I can either go tankier and be fine. Okay, so we still are overcapped on everything because my resistances are so high. Great. But I want to see what this attack speed feels like, because I love attack speed in games in general. And this game, I think it'll feel good, too. So every once in a while, we will take a hit. And then when we do, we'll get a bunch of attack speed. So I'm going to drop the hammer on this guy here. Boosh. One thing I do kind of miss, though, is the life on block. But yesterday, we juiced up our rage a ton, which I think felt pretty good. But losing the life on block makes me a little bit sad. But I don't really think it's that big of a deal. And here's one thing that's kind of weird. See, I did get stunned there. So that makes me immediately not want to play the attack speed, because I do spend some time not really getting hit. The armor is nice, and I do love the attack speed. But yeah, if we just kind of barrel around, we may not even really get hit that frequently. I love the idea, but I also love the idea of more strength because of its damage scaling for me. It's another 1% damage, which isn't much, but it's scaling damage for me, and it's scaling health, and then it's giving me more health. And I really don't like being stunned. So the stun threshold would be cool. But yeah, losing the life on block is kind of annoying, but I have plenty of leech, and so it's chill. It's so funny how we got level 91, by the way, guys. It's so funny how one talent point changes like your whole tree, right? You can go through and kind of shave points and optimize your pathing, and then just be all of a sudden like a whole nother cluster has been added to your thing because of that. And I think there's even some jewels later on that I could look into that also like buff the talents in a certain area. But that's another thing where looking at the jewel sockets and where they are, and if they buff all the surrounding nodes, like this attack speed and armor thing after getting hit would be insane. I don't really feel like I'm noticing it that much though, but we'll see. Because ideally, we just run around and everything explodes from our stampedes. And we don't even really get hit that often. We're gonna go sell this ring, you think? Might want to, hold on. Gotta blast them. The Sunder goes off a little faster though, which I like. Kind of schmoving. Tempted. Dude, look at all this loot. Tempted to go grab this sail. Maybe I'll just send it real quick. Ask him if he can wait a minute. The little 2 Exalter ring, it's a pretty good deal. Pretty sweet. But it's funny because we don't really get hits, like, we don't really get chain hit because we're blocking, but you do definitely still get hit. Oh, sweet. Always nice to get amethyst rings. Those can go big. So I upgraded my ring, and then I sold my old ring that I had for 2 divines, so that's pretty nice. Pretty sweet. There was a boss on this map, and it's a sketchy one. But maybe we'll be okay.
I can't yet.
My bosses are pretty buffed up, though. Is this him? Yeah. My bosses are pretty buffed.
A gift from my ancestors.
Let's see if I can just get him a stun here. Doing some damage. This guy can do some crazy stuff, though. Just kind of tanking that hit. Careful now. Just stacking my attack speed, right?
I'm not ready.
That's all we're doing here, boys. Stacking that attack speed, right? There we go. They got the triple aftershock. That's beautiful. Sweet. Nice. I love it when the bosses drop me tier 15 maps. Keep the map sustain going. But that's what it looks like on bosses. It's pretty chunky damage. Pretty good stuff. I think I will go back and drop this stuff off in my bags. But yeah, the attack speed I think feels okay. Just because we're doing this, we're doing it live. Let's very quickly unspec it. Inspect the other stuff that I was thinking. This is gonna give me quite a bit of strength. And a little bit of health. Oh yeah, that's a nice health. Let's see if this guy wants to do the trade. Oops. So we're gonna see if I notice the attack speed difference, because that's just kind of like the main thing that's on my mind right now. Is, does this attack speed feel noticeably different? Amethyst ring, we need to... I need to sit that right there. I need to sit this right here too. Everything else, I need to sit this right here. Maybe he doesn't want it. That's all good. Oh, I see. I'm putting these here for a second. Extra cold and penetrates resistances. Both of those. The cold is okay. Penetrates resistances. I'm not sure if that's okay yet. I don't know about that one. Let's go back in there and finish this thing up. But I'm very happy with how the build's been going. It has felt really nice. Expert forge malls, those are good. Those are nice. Those are nice. Those things can sell and you can craft on them too. I'm not really noticing the attack speed difference that much. And the armor is nice, but not that big of a deal. But this giving me a ton more health is great. I did lose some health from my other shield. My other shield did have some really nice stuff on it. I just liked this shield because the block was so much better. And the resists were really nice. Worked out good. Get this other rare. So that helps a bit. And I think building more defensive is good. My damage definitely feels like pretty alright at the moment. I feel like overall we're doing pretty good. And we definitely still have a lot of room to grow. I feel like the one thing about my character is he's pretty basic. Like, I don't think I've really picked any one particular thing about him to super scale him into the end game. We're just kind of using skills that I like, that feel pretty good, and then just going from there. Jeez. But yeah, we're kind of bapping these tier 15s. We're not rolling them with really scary mods right now. We probably could. I'm starting to experiment with things like extra damage as, and seeing if I can like tank those. But since we hit 91, I was able to finish up my resists. So, well, not like finish them, because there's definitely still more we can do, but I went ahead and got them nicely capped. Got them LE weakness capped, as we can show in this map, right? We still have max resistances, even in an LE weakness map, across the board. Chaos res needs to get a little bit better, but how I'm going to go about doing that is I am going to upgrade my boots and my helmet, and then I'll drop a chaos resist gem in one of those things, and then see what the other one needs. I would rather not put LE res in my gear slots anymore. I'd rather have like life, or chaos res, or armor, like I put in my chest piece and my shield. Especially when, oh nice, another 15. Especially when things scale off of like armor, right? It's kind of nice. Or you can buff the defenses of those items, right? You can buff the defenses of your shield with talents and jewels, and you can buff the defenses of your armor through talents, and then even my ascendancy, if I wanted to go that route. I'm enjoying the Aftershock ascendancy part of Titan, but we have options. We have options, but the character's coming along nicely. I'm having so much fun playing Path of Exile 2, man. This game is just absolutely amazing. It feels very much like PoE, right? But especially as you progress into the endgame, your character gets a little faster. But at the same time, the combat's like a little bit more chunky. It looks beautiful. The talent choices are always really fun. I love leveling up and getting skill points. It's really motivating to me to like grind for that next skill point. And then like I said, I change like my whole tree every time. But there's some things that I think would be really fun for this build. I mean, we could even go into like scaling with elemental damage so that you can get the percent physical, added fizz, and then percent elemental damage on all your gear, or your weapons at least. And that would be pretty crazy. But right now what we're doing is just kind of making sure our defenses are intact, farming hard, and making gains that way. I don't know where these rest of the 28 monsters are. Oh, there's a couple. You guys got friends? Get some bugs. There we go. Pretty juicy. Pretty juicy. But I'll show you the other shield that I had. My other ring, I sold it, but I was like, you know what? If this thing sells for 2 divine, that's cool. But it had 53% block chance additional, which brought it to a 39% block chance. But it was really nice because it had strength and life on it, but the lightning res was pretty low. The cold res wasn't really anything too crazy. This even has more cold res. So this one was just no life, but triple res. I think was pretty cool, and the block and the armor. So not a perfect shield because it has thorns, but I could go crazy and drop a chaos on that, and hopefully it would re-roll the thorns into life, and then I would be very happy. But this is still a good shield, and you'll notice like this isn't even qualityed at all. Like these gloves are not even full qualityed. The shield isn't even full qualityed. And we're at 73% armor, which is looking pretty good. But I'm having just a absolute great time with this game. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos. I did want to give you guys just like a quick look at what we're doing. Not much has changed, right? We got the weapon is also something that I can upgrade, but I'm gonna prioritize like this stuff first. I want to upgrade my helmet. I want to upgrade my neck, and I want to upgrade my ring to get more resistances on there. That fire res is not too good, but the lightning res is awesome. But it could get way more strength and other good stuff on it. Need to make sure that chaos res doesn't come down too low, or I'm gonna have to, like this ring, I had 9 chaos res on it. On my other one, this one has 8, so I don't want to bring the chaos res down too much, because then I will have to socket 2 chaos resistant jewels in. And I might want to save one for like max life, right? Or something else. But the boots are actually pretty solid. They just could have way more life, strength, and just, you know, 10 more resists on lightning and fire would be cool. And I do want my fire res to be fairly overcapped, because every 40 fire res that I have, I get 2 max res, which is why it's 85, which is pretty crazy. The belt is pretty good, but we can definitely upgrade the belt. I feel really good about my gloves right now. My chest piece is pretty dang good. I mean, everything could always be upgraded. That's how Path of Exile works, but this at least has 2 nice resists with some good life and strength. The thorns here too. The thorns haunts me right now. The thorns haunts me. We're one chaos orb away from removing thorns and getting some really cool stuff, like more armor and then more life on here, but I'm not gonna probably do that. But we're gonna upgrade all this stuff, then we can work on the weapon too. But everything's looking pretty good right now. Pretty happy with how that's looking. The talent tree, again, I wanted to try out the attack speed. I think that this is just safer. I think that my character does enough damage right now, and it's just nice to stay alive. Staying alive is great for gaining XP, right? This also gives me a ton of strength. So we do have like 548 strength at the moment. I'm not necessarily interested in unspecking this right now. I could, but I think this is extremely valuable. So just taking this wheel is good. We definitely have enough strength to support the current weapon we're using, but we would need more strength to support another weapon, but this is just nice. We can tank up a little bit. And then in terms of my next points, I don't know. We'll see. I'm feeling crazy. Maybe we'll just go right back over here to the more armor of hit. I don't know. We also could go more defensive and put 1 point here into 1 point here. For battle hardened would be pretty sick. Another thing we could do is if we use a jewel that's not a block chance jewel, I will drop below the block chance. So if there's like a cool unique jewel that like buffs all these nodes, something like that, I'm pretty sure those kind of things exist. Then what I'll do is I'll just get another jewel slot here, and I will put the block jewel there, and that'll be cool. If we need 2 more, we could go here. But the rage thing has been really nice. I like the development of going from war cries to more heavy rage investment. It just feels like it's just more my character and just doing his thing without having to like do the war cries. The war cries felt good though, but this is just kind of charging around, blowing everything up, which does feel pretty great. But let's wrap it up here. Just a quick little overview. Give you a quick glance at my my tree here. I could always move this talent point down to here if we wanted to make the rares even stronger and scarier, but this is working out pretty good for me right now. But yeah, I want to give you guys a quick look at my character, because even though we only gained 1 level, a lot of stuff kind of shakes up, but I'm liking where we're at in terms of my gear, in terms of everything else. My skills are pretty much the same as yesterday, although I did add some, instead of rage support, I added just more AoE on Stampede. That's pretty fun, but you could always add more damage or more utility. I think both of those options are fine. But everything else is looking pretty much the same all the way across the board. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate the love. Hope to see you guys on stream just a little bit later today. But we got a jet. We got all kinds of fun holiday activities at Archer's school today. So we're going to go enjoy that. And I'll see you guys on the stream for more level 91 plus Titan Warrior pull-ups. See you guys then. Peace.